Hey guys, the Sports Entertainer here, back with some more wrestling news. Join us as the Sports Entertainer looks at all the breaking wrestling news and rumors you need to know, including Triple H on Roman Reigns making fewer public appearances than other major stars. Did a top star just quit WWE for TNA wrestling? Have WWE confirmed Jade Cargill's mystery attacker on SmackDown, and much more. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you never miss out on an episode. Triple H on Roman Reigns making fewer public appearances than other major stars. Now, Triple H was a guest on the Roommates show ahead of Saturday night's main event, and one of the topics that Hunter discussed was in regards to how the WWE's stars are all different when it comes to making public appearances, with Triple H revealing every star sort of has the things that work for them. John Cena is like the, if you were to say, give me the perfect sort of I'll do anything for the company guy, it's Cena. He knows what he should do for him. He knows what he should do for the company. He's the first guy there, last guy to leave. He'll do all the media. He's a perfect representative of the company at all times. Cody Rhodes is very much like that as well. He sort of models himself after that because he was a young up-and-coming guy when Cena was on top. So he was seeing that, and that's how he sees himself, as that's how you become the top guy. Roman Reigns is totally different, not in a bad way, like to do the ultimate PR thing or do the ultimate appearance thing. He's like, I don't feel like that's worth my time. But that works for him, because if we took that character and we put that character in all these other things, we kind of hurt the character, because it's not what the character is. So it's not that he doesn't want to do it. It's that he doesn't feel like the character should do that stuff. Now, Triple H's reasoning for why Roman Reigns makes fewer public appearances than a guy like John Cena makes all the sense in the world. It really just wouldn't fit Roman's current character to be the out-and-about type of guy in the public eye. Next up, Jesse the Body Ventura on why he returned to WWE. Now, Saturday night's main event will be a special show, partially because there's bound to be some type of a surprise or title change occurring on the show, and because of the fact that Cody Rhodes is going to be walking out with the infamous Winged Eagle WWE title. But Saturday night's main event will also be special because Jesse Ventura will be returning to WWE and calling the show on commentary like the good old days, and no doubt fans are truly excited to hear the legend Jesse Ventura on commentary later tonight, calling all the action of today's WWE. And in a recent interview with the New York Post, Jesse revealed why he returned to WWE, saying, "My son was a fan of wrestling and a fan of myself growing up, so he took it upon himself to make some contact with the new ownership, and they started talking. One thing led to another, and I realized they were under new ownership, and I wasn't going to be held to the old standard of why I got kicked out before. Lo and behold, it happened. I'll tell you this. I did it selfishly for my kids. I'm 73 now. I ain't going to be around forever. I want to position it where if anybody makes money off my name, I want my kids to have a piece of it." With Saturday night's main event coming back after 40 years, somebody said, "We need Jesse for this." Because we had already negotiated the Legends deal, it wasn't a big deal to negotiate this. The ice had been broken, and now hell has frozen over. Now Jesse Ventura is reportedly going to be calling all the Saturday night main event shows moving forward, which is exciting news for sure. And let us know if you guys look forward to hearing the legend Jesse Ventura on commentary later tonight. Next up, did a top star just quit WWE for TNA wrestling? Wrestling fans haven't seen or heard from AJ Styles following the October 4th edition of Friday Night SmackDown, where Styles suffered an injury during his match against Carmelo Hayes. But a new report provided by Fightful Select has revealed that AJ Styles was actually backstage at last night's TNA Final Resolution show. And while Fightful made it clear that they haven't heard that Styles and TNA Wrestling were having any sort of business-related conversations or activities, this report has made some fans speculate as to whether or not AJ Styles could be returning home to TNA Wrestling. Here's the blurb that eWrestling.com put out last night once the news was revealed. AJ Styles is backstage at TNA Final Resolution 2024. Fightful Select is reporting that Styles has been spotted at the venue. He's been openly interacting with the talent backstage. As of this writing, there's no word on if he'll be involved in the show. It's worth noting that he does live in the area. It was added that Styles is said to be in good spirits and isn't sporting a cast, brace, or using crutches. Honestly, guys, it's doubtful that this is any indication that Styles has quit or left WWE. for a return to TNA wrestling like some fans speculate, because it's likely that Styles was just visiting some of his old friends last night, and considering WWE have a decent working relationship with TNA these days, no doubt the WWE really don't mind talent, especially a legendary former TNA talent attending their events or shows and visiting TNA's talent and staff backstage. Next up, Goldberg's son Gage has an interest in joining WWE. Now, we all know Bill Goldberg is set to have his retirement match in WWE next year, likely against the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, which is what most fans expect. And while Goldberg's days in wrestling are numbered, clearly the Goldberg legacy could continue in WWE with Bill's son, Gage Goldberg. Because in a recent interview with Bill Apter on Sportskeeda Wrestling's WrestleBin show, Gage firstly praised Triple H by saying, "I honestly love Triple H. He's super nice to my dad, great person, very nice to my mom. I like him. Honestly, he's awesome." And when Gage was asked if he has an interest in a future wrestling career, Gage confidently responded with, "Oh yeah, it's certainly pretty cool that Gage eventually wants to follow in his dad's footsteps into the wrestling business, and considering Gage is an absolute tank at 18 years old, no doubt Gage would be a very polarizing future superstar, similar to Rick Steiner's son, Braun Breaker, who's dominating WWE these days." Next up, did the WWE confirm Jade Cargill's mystery attacker on SmackDown? There's no doubt that wrestling fans have been trying to figure out who was responsible for Jade Cargill's mysterious attack on SmackDown last month. And while more and more fans have been speculating that Jade's own tag team partner Bianca Belair is the culprit behind the attack, the WWE have now thrown some suspicion Naomi's way, because last night on SmackDown, General Manager Nick Aldis was making it clear to Bianca Belair that because of Jade Cargill being out of action and the investigation into her mysterious attack being ongoing, the company would have to strip Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill of the women's tag team titles because they can't defend the belts. Pretty reasonable take. But Naomi decides to interject and volunteer to be Bianca's new tag team partner while Jade's away so that Bianca doesn't have to give up the tag team titles. And Nick Aldis agreed to this so long as Bianca and Naomi are ready to defend the titles as early as next week, which they both agreed to. And no doubt this development in the storyline has put a big amount of suspicion on Naomi, with lots feeling like Naomi was actually the one behind Jade Cargill's mysterious attack last month. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Next up, Matt Hardy predicts Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Now, no doubt fans are looking forward to the undisputed WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens later on today in the headline bout of Saturday night's main event. And while some fans are speculating that perhaps tonight could be the night when Cody loses his undisputed title, former WWE star Matt Hardy gave his prediction to this major title match on a recent episode of The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy. And clearly Hardy is expecting for Cody to retain the title, saying, "It's pro wrestling, so I would never say never, and you never know. I like to keep it unpredictable. My guess is that they'll have a hell of a match, but Cody will retain. But I don't know. I could also be wrong too. I think Cody is still going to ride high as the top guy and the #1 babyface as the champion." Let us know if you guys feel like Kevin Owens deserves to dethrone Cody Rhodes of the undisputed title at Saturday night's main event later tonight, or do you think Rhodes should retain his belt and that it's too soon for his title reign to end? Well guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.